toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Seminoles will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing.
Oh, a lot of space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Looking downfield on first down. On the move, he fires. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davidson. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. The pitch. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball and let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. as here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Catch in the middle. It's Jacobs. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Play action on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Moore. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the quarterback knew that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
Hand off from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on third and short in field goal range.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Notre Dame is just getting blown off the field right now. I know a lot of people either love or hate the Golden Domers, but anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 21 to Texas A&M. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. See some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Makes the grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Seminoles looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They get him down. Tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. throws to the right. That pass is incomplete. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more...
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He's going to let it go. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, no! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Release to the back. Makes the catch. It's Davidson. Spins away from one. Open field on the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Clemson. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds the tight end. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
And the Noles will have it 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, give on the inside. Still on his feet at the 45. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
To the air, it's Sperry. Grabbed over the middle, it's McCoy. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Seminole! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Now they'll run it to the right here. He has the first and still on his feet. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And it's a fumble on the play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put all on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. The give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll throw it from the red zone. Under fire. Hit as he throws. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 50. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, no!
Something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Berry. Going deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find...
Turning it on! They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Florida State. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolute...
He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Nice job by the pass rush. They know if they can get to this QB, they can hit him and force these incompletions.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Pocket breaking down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a...
Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 28 to Texas A&M. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds up to 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Jukes his way for more. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being completed.
The Noles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Here's a heat. Touchdown Seminoles. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical fourth downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Bennett. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. On the ground, it's Hardy. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Has to get there to move the sticks. Steamrolls his way ahead. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Davidson. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Hardy. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Using his legs, it's Davidson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
Those 3rd downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up 1st and goal.
Power ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Odom. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Berry. Makes the grab. It's Odom. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Quarterback moving. On the run, fires downfield. Got him, and nobody's close. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will looking for space. It's Davidson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout call by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll take the deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good. Like, putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough when their opponent kick a field goal.
Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Punch it out of the air. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. So just a huge conversion on 4th down here in overtime.
That is so impressive, too, Reeds, because at this point of the game, everybody on offense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. They strike first here in overtime.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Rides it and reads it. Finds a little space. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Barry. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
3rd down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and that's going to do it. A 4th down stop seals it in overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for